Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922 yet again. Okay, this time around it's Fairy Tale episode 115. Frozen Spirit. This episode was good. Okay, let's start into it. Okay, basically we found the conclusion of Urza's fight with Azuma. She, gives that slice to him, when she, gets the power of Nakama friendship to him, and he falls down, she falls down. And she asks him a question about Jiao. And, he says, uh, power of heaven or something. And then, he says, we, something, but he never finishes the line what he meant. But after his defeat, everyone gets their powers back. Whoopee! And we see what that does. Basically, there's pretty much just two fights going on. Gildarts against Blue Note. And then we have Big Slow and Freed against, I forgot the guy's name, but the guy who has the power of imagination. And when they get their powers back, they get their second wind. But then the other guys power up even more to try to stump them with this power up. What ends on happening is in I think. In Gildarts and Blue Note's fight gets really good. What happens is Blue Note does. Now here's the thing, okay? I haven't seen all the episodes of One Piece, but I pretty much know that Blackbeard has power of gravity, or he calls it darkness. Now, his move is Black Hole, and the way he does Black Hole, Blackbeard, because I'm doing a reference to Blue Note here, he does it from the ground, and he sucks in everything into the Black Hole from the ground. Blue Note's Black Hole is just a sphere. Now, here's the problem. If Blackbeard was fighting Gildarts probably would have had a harder time beating him. He would have to get off the ground. But Blue Note doesn't have Blackbeard's Black Hole. So instead, he has a Black Hole that's a sphere. And so what Gildarts does is he just touches it and he destroys it. He's able to destroy it with his power, with his magic power, which is to dissolve everything, dissolve things, objects. And then and basically in the episode you have reference that you're going back and forth between his fight and Big Slow and Freed's fight. What happens is after that guy's towers disappears, what happens is, in order for it to disappear, Big Slow uses his eyes to control Elfman. And an Elfman comes in and just beats the holy shit out of that guy, and then the tower disappears. And in that instance, almost on cue, Lisa Anna turns into a bird and shoots Freed down there with his sword, and he slices the guy. And then at the same time, Gildarts does his own move, and he punches. Oh my god, he punched Blue Note so fucking hard. He went into like outer space. Whoa, boom. Now, this episode wasn't really about these fights. And while this is going on, Natsu and the gang, they're able to get back to the campsite and realizing that everyone was defeated, and Natsu's saying, oh, I'm going to kick their ass. Now, while this is going on, we get to the real milk and cookies, if you will, of this episode, which is Gray and Ultear. Watching this episode, And knowing what happens in the manga with the recent episode, with the recent chapter of what Ultear and Midori look like and act like, it's like night and day. It really is night and day. Now, basically, she's telling Gray, you need to. He killed that the whole story. She's telling him the whole story behind the fact that Hades killed her father and all this other stuff and so, and that was the whole bit. So during this exchange, this whole story, everything that's going on with Ultear, saying that because Gray can use Ice Shell, Ice Shield, Ice Shell, he can defeat Hades. And that's what she wants him to do and take care of it. So she's walking along and she bumps into Meredy and says, "We're leaving," and then automatically, evil laugh, cue evil laugh from Ultear. It was all a fucking stunt. She was playing Gray, saying, "Now, it's all mine." She's like the Wicked Witch of the West, and whatever she was doing, and she was like had a psycho laugh and psycho highs, and then she says, "Oh, who's this girl?" And she says, Meredy says, "Oh, that's Juvia. Her and Gray seem very close." And she takes out a sword and she's going to attack her. And almost on cue, ice starts forming up. Gray shows up to save Juvia. And he's like, and then she asks Gray, Ultear asks Gray, what part of it did you believe? The whole thing. So I was like, so now this, and it's like, and something happens when Ultear comes in to attack him. It's weird, the scene is like weird because Ultear says, "I'm the leader of the seven kings of purgatory" and stuff. And then, almost on cue, it was weird because it was just like something happened when she said that. Like she stopped. And Gray just formed this ice around his hand and punched her. Like, bang, So it was just like, holy shit. This was a good episode. Really good episode. But now I can honestly say, if this is just me being hypothetical, if Blue Note fought Blackbeard, Blue Note would lose. Because his black hole would not be able to hold a candlestick to Blackbeard's black hole. I mean, that's just from my observations, from seeing that episode of One Piece when Blackbeard fought Ace. Blackbeard can use the black hole. His black hole technique is from the ground. Blue Note's is just a sphere and it sucks in everything in. So, but this was a good episode. I liked it. A lot of action happening. Yeah, it was pretty fucking cool. Blue Note's been defeated. That other guy was defeated. Asuma's defeated. So the only one to be concerned with now, you have this exchange now with Ultear and Gray. And I've already seen what Ultear and Meredy look like in the time skip. So seeing this, it's like, wow. It's amazing. So it should be interesting. I like how this is going. I can't wait to see when Loxus shows up. Oh, that's gonna be awesome in the episodes. But this was a good episode. I like what I saw. So yeah. Up for Fairy Tail, man. Up for Fairy Tail. Up for One Piece. Come on. Don't want those two shows now. But yeah, that's the story. So tell me what you guys think though about this episode of Fairy Tail. Frozen Spirit. I just think Ultear, she's such a fucking bitch. You look at her eyes, it's like she's like a psycho. She's a complete psychopath. when it comes to these things. Ah, crazy. Rating 4 out of 5, I guess. I would give it a 4.5 out of 5, but 4 out of 5 was good. So yeah. Okay, so this has been Bunkai 922. See you guys later, and don't go anywhere. More reviews. I gotta do two more. Familiar Zero, High School DxD. And that's probably gonna be it for tonight of the reviews. Oh, Kenichi came out. The chapter. I will do that tomorrow night. Or tomorrow. Hopefully. We'll see. Okay? See you guys. Let's go fairy tale. Yeah. Ultear. She's crazy.